Macron orders COVID-19 lockdown across all of France, closes schools.
Here's a summary of the article.
3-minute read. Paris President Emmanuel Macron on Wednesday ordered France into its third national lockdown and said schools would close for 3 weeks as he sought to push back a third wave of COVID-19 infections that threatens to overwhelm hospitals. With the death toll nearing 100,000, intensive care units in the hardest-hit regions at breaking point and a slower-than-planned vaccine rollout, Macron was forced to abandon his goal of keeping the country open to protect the economy. Departing from his pledge to safeguard education from the pandemic, Macron said schools will close for 3 weeks after this weekend. Macron, 43, has sought to avoid a third large-scale lockdown since the start of the year, betting that if he could steer France out of the pandemic without locking the country down again, he would give the economy a chance to recover from last year's slump. It is the best solution to slow down the virus, Macron said, adding that France had succeeded in keeping its schools open for longer during the pandemic than many neighbors. Bed capacity in critical care units will be increased to 10,000, Macron said. Macron said the vaccine rollout needed to be accelerated.
This post received a score of 7,400, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Are we in March 2021 or March 2020? AFAF.
March 2020 day number 396.
Damn. France is only at approximately 11% first dose vaccinations. I'm surprised the French people aren't dragging out the guillotines.
Many other EU nations like Italy and Germany are also currently around 11%. This isn't a French problem. It's an EU problem.
I saw that in another article. It's a purchasing issue. And I guess they are also exporting some doses instead of keeping them local.
The UK also had a big advantage in that the UK has strong links between healthcare and medical research, which was invested in heavily under the years of New Labour. It is an EU problem, because you need to ask why didn't the EU do those things? The UK is better at handling COVID vaccinations because it has a national healthcare system already set up for handling nationwide problems, and past investment into the pharmaceutical sector. All that the UK government needed to do was write the checks, and UK institutions did the rest.
What makes it even more impressive is the UK didn't have the vaccine production capability a year ago. It had the research side, but like the rest of Europe relied on production in Germany. It spent £12 billion up to December on setting up an entire industry.
When will this end?
Very similar to here in Canada. We are at about 13% of first dose. People are getting restless. In Ontario, they're likely going to announce another lockdown tomorrow. We are getting overwhelmed by a third wave with much younger people being hospitalized and filling the ICUs.
Greater than Ontario, they're likely going to announce another lockdown tomorrow. I have a feeling it will be effective Tuesday 12:01 a.m.
I don't know. Some guy who claimed to have connections said Saturday at 12:01 a.m. like an hour ago.
Saturday 12:02. This is Price is Right rules, right?
Lockdown costing about 11 billion EUR month. According to the article, that's about 160 EUR per person. The EU delayed purchasing the AZ vaccine for about 3 months to haggle over about 2 EUR dose.
Penny wise, pound foolish. It's how all big bureaucracies operate.
It's not that simple with the EU. They need to come to a consensus. They can't just decide, we will do X, and then do it. They need all of the countries to come to agreement, and that has pros and cons. In this case, a big con. With the UK government, they can defer decisions to 1 or 2 bodies. Then say, we will follow the scientific consensus. What I'm saying is it's much easier to make such decisions on a national level over a multinational level. Multinational will always water down a solution into what all members can accept, as otherwise you get nothing at all.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.